Hey guys, we're going to do homework for 2-3. So let's take a look. You should have taken notes on most of this, right? And the first question we have is question number 12. So let's take a look. It says, a student was asked to find the value of x. What error did they make? Okay. So let's take a look here. A couple of ways we could do it. If you notice, here's a triangle, and we know 2 of the 3 angles. So that's one of the things we notice today is anytime we see a triangle, if we know 2 of the 3 angles, we can fill in this missing one. So that could be a way to attack this question. We also know today, or from earlier, a previous lesson, we talked about this. I call these protractor pals. When 2 angles together make a straight line, we know they add up to 180. So maybe we'll start with that one. So it says W. We know W plus 56 has to equal 180. So, all right, that pen was weird. Sorry about that. So if I subtract 56 on both sides, I get W is equal to 124. Okay. Now, we see this in their answer, so that might be right. It says, by using the linear pair theorem, W plus 56 is 180, and W is 124. So we agree. I don't see an error there. But then they're saying by the exterior angle theorem, W has to equal x plus 31. So let's take a look. By the exterior angle theorem, W is exterior to these 2 remotes, this one and this one. But yeah, I see their mistake. It's got to be this triangle angle and this angle. Do you see the mistake they made there? Okay. So, we have to think about this angle as being the whole angle, 44 and 31. So that would equal 75. And so if I think about this triangle here, the 2 remotes, which are 75 and x, have to add up to the exterior angle 124. So this is a mistake. It should say 124 is equal to 75 plus x. Now we can solve for x. So if we subtract 75 on both sides, we get 49. So we can double check our work here. If we plug in 49, this is 75, right? This is 56. We can just double check that that does all 3 angles of the triangle add up. So 56 plus 75 plus 49. So these 2 add up to 131. And these 2 add together to make 180. Yep. Okay, so that's only these 3 add up to 180, and we found their mistake. What error did they make? They didn't add the 44-degree angle with the 31-degree angle. All right, now let's look at number 15. It says, use structure to write an equation and solve. Okay, so we learned today that if we have a triangle with an exterior angle, then the exterior angle is equal to the 2 remote angles added together. Okay, so we can set that up, right? Here's my exterior, here's my 2 remotes. So 5x is equal to 3x plus 2x. Now the problem here is this isn't helping me solve for x. If I divided 5 on both sides, I just get x is equal to x, which I know x is equal to x. So that's not really helping me. Bing, 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 bing. So maybe I would erase that. Good try. Or I could actually keep it, show my work. So the other thing we remember from today, right, is this linear pair idea. We know that this linear pair, right? These two angles have to add up to 180 because they make a linear pair. So 5x plus x has to add up to 180 because they're a linear pair. Okay, so that's 6x. If I divide by 6 on both sides, I get x is equal to 30. Okay. Now again, we could plug this back in. So this would be 30. And this would be 5 times 30. So that'd be 150. And so that makes sense. 150 and 30 add up to 180. 3 times 30 is 90. 2 times 30 is 60. So 30 plus 90 plus 60 all add up to 180. So we can actually check everything out, make sure everything makes sense. And I confirm that, yeah, 90, the two remotes, 90 and 60, do add up to the exterior 150. Everything falls in line. Cool. All right, let's take a look at another one. Ooh, this is similar to example 4, I think. So here we see a triangle. And we know 2 of the angles, and we can solve for the missing one. So 36 and 46 plus the x all have to add up to 180. That's the triangle sum theorem. So we combine those. All right. Now we have to solve for y. So we know from vertical angles, if this is x, this is x. But I've actually solved for x, and it's 98. So I can write 98 in there. That's 98. And now I've got the situation I want. I know 2 of the angles of the triangle, and I just need this one missing one. So I can set that up now. So 98 and 44 plus y all add up to 180 because it's the triangle sum theorem. So that would be all right, so I have x and I have y. Now let's take a look at 19. Yeah, it looks very similar. So you might want to pause it, give 19 a try, and see what you get. Okay, welcome back. If you paused it, let's see if you got the right answer. So I see a triangle. I know 2 of the 3 angles, so I can solve for the missing one. 39 and 91 plus the y all add up to 180. That's the triangle sum theorem. All right. So when I subtract 130, I get y is 50. Okay, y is 50. Now, that doesn't really help me here like the last one. This one does feel a little different. But now, I actually see more than 2 triangles. Last time, I just saw these 2 triangles. Now, I see 1, 2, 3 triangles, the big triangle. So, let's look at the big triangle. I know this angle, 71, this angle, 50, and I can solve for this missing angle. So, let's do that. That would be cool. So we got 71 and 50 plus this whole angle. Well, how big is that whole angle? It should be x plus 39. That's that whole angle, x and 39. And all that adds up to 180. All right, so let's combine this stuff, 71 and 50, and I can combine the 39 because there's nothing to distribute out here. So you think of distributing a 1, nothing changes, okay? So I get 121 plus x, plus I can also combine that 39. So let's do that. So that's 10. All right, and I'm going to subtract 160. And I get x is 20. Nice work. So I solve for x and solve for y. All right, now it says solve for these missing angles in this given picture. Okay, so let's see. Angle 1, that looks good, right? Here's a triangle. I know this angle, and I want to solve for that one. So angle 1, 37, 116, and angle 1. I'm just going to call angle 1 x. Does that up to 180? Subtract 153. And I get x is equal to 27. Okay. Stick that in there. Now, angle 2. I'm hoping you noticed some classes we talked about there. There's 3 angles that should add up to 180 because, again, a straight angle measurement is 180. So let's take a look at that. We know this angle, 27, plus the 74, plus angle 2. I'm going to call that y. All has to add up to 180. All right. So I can combine those, 11, 9, 10, 11. All right, so that's 79. Let's look at angle 3. This triangle, I know 2 of the missing angles, so I guess I'll call that z. So 74 plus 48 plus angle 3, I'm going to call z. That has to add up to 180. All right, and angle 4. It's interesting. There's a couple different ways we could get to do this. So if you saw a different way, that's fine. But I see this little one here, right? The 2 remotes, one remote is 16, one remote is 122. The 2 remotes add up to the exterior. So the exterior angle is angle 4. So I'm going to call that X, Y, Z. I guess I'll call it W. W is equal to the 2 remotes. All right, so one of the remotes is 16. The other remote is 122. So W is equal to 138. Nice job, guys. Check out the next video for the next few problems.